Yo, when people, what I got from that is he's a hater. You don't know me as a person. Let's say you don't like me, like you don't know me, like you feel me? And I don't give a fuck him. Everybody in the crew, I mean, what?
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if you want to dare to be great.
Leave them big guys alone. Stop trolling them, right? They're best 147 pounders in the world. They're the best 140 pounders for a reason.
After Terence Crawford's stunning victory over Canelo Alvarez, Gervonta Tank Davis took 2x claiming he could beat Crawford, saying, "I'll swing on him for real." Davis doubled down on his confidence, vowing to train harder, demanding respect in the sport, and insisting that beating Crawford would cement his place among boxing's elite. His remarks, however, drew criticism from analysts who argued that even if Davis didn't want to praise Crawford, he should avoid disrespect, noting that Crawford had just accomplished what many believed was impossible by defeating Canelo so decisively.
Dominated a first ballot Hall of Famer, a 4-division champion, a 2-time undisputed super middleweight, and was the reigning undisputed 168-pound super middleweight world champion. Superstar boxer, Saul Canelo Alvarez, who is now 63 wins, 3 losses, 2 draws, 39 wins by way of knockout. And Gervonta Tank Davis, I'm not even going to read off his accolades because what he did is just nasty work. And this is your king that y'all be praising. Gervonta Tank Davis, instead of applauding the accomplishments, just tip your hat. Just tip your hat. Hey, salute. And if you don't want to salute him, guess what? Just don't say nothing. Just don't say nothing. If you don't want to salute that man, just don't say nothing. Right? And so, Gervonta Tank Davis takes to social media because the boxing world is praising Terence Crawford for what he did. After Gervonta Tank Davis, when the fight was announced and when Terence Crawford was saying he wanted to go up from 154 to 168, Gervonta Tank Davis said he was doing it for the money, not for the legacy.
Long before this controversy, Terence Crawford had been outspoken about Gervonta Davis, openly stating that he didn't view Davis as the type to take risks against superior opponents. Crawford described him as more of a talker than a true challenger, often avoiding the toughest fights. He even admitted to personally disliking Davis, making it clear that any future bout between them would go beyond competition and become deeply personal.
He would never even think about to come up to 154.
What about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Y'all got into it on social media around that time. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens? Or
Man, I just really don't like that dude.
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like I really don't like him. That's like
just not your cup of tea. That's just not your.
I don't like nothing about him. I just felt like he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to shield him. He got a lot of security guards around him, and he's in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah,
but like his core personality and his ways.
Bill Haney, father and trainer of Devin Haney, also weighed in on the debate, dismissing Gervonta Davis's comments and insisting there's no way Tank could replicate what Terence Crawford accomplished. Haney argued that Davis should stop trolling bigger fighters and focus on his own weight class, urging him to stay in his lane at 147 pounds instead of chasing attention by calling out champions in divisions where he doesn't belong. To Haney, Davis's remarks were nothing more than a publicity stunt.
What's your thoughts on Tank saying he'd knock out Terence in 6 rounds? You think he was playing, trolling, what? Selling tickets to his new fight?
Was that like his tweets? Like he's
he said it on video.
Huh?
He said audio. He said it. He's like, if I tap that chin, he chinny.
Listen, Terence has already hired us for any of the little guys. Anybody 130, 26, 30, 35, Gary Russell, Tank Davis, cannot go to get to Terence Crawford without going through us. Rolly Romero, leave Earl Spence alone. You see what I'm saying? You come over here and you get that ass whipping too. You know what I mean? Leave them big guys alone. Stop trolling them, right? They're best 147 pounders in the world. They're the best 140 pounders.
Greg Hackett spoke passionately about Terence Crawford's victory over Canelo Alvarez, calling it one of the most significant achievements in modern boxing. He stressed that Crawford has nothing left to prove after accomplishing something not seen in generations. Hackett pointed out that no fighter since the days of Bob Fitzsimmons and Henry Armstrong had climbed weight classes and so thoroughly dominated an opponent as highly regarded as Canelo. What made the moment even more historic, he said, was the way Crawford won, not by a close decision or lucky punch, but through a clinical performance that left no doubt about who was the superior fighter. Hackett declared that this victory secured Crawford's place among boxing's all-time greats and cemented his legacy as a legend. He added that critics should stop questioning Crawford, as his achievements speak for themselves, and urged Crawford to enjoy his success rather than respond to negativity. For Hackett, this win was the very definition of greatness.
Held them all at the same time. Legendary shit. He goes in there and beats arguably the best fighter or one of the best fighters of his era.
Yeah.
Regardless of weight class.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts on the performance?
The performance was like clean. Like it was real. It was times where it was close calls. Like it looked like Canelo might get him right here. You know what I mean? Bud found a way out, slip up out of there. He was working behind his jab real good. Footwork real good, setting the pace. He was creating what I like to call spider web in there. You know what I'm saying? That's basically setting traps with your movement. The part I didn't expect was for Canelo to really approach Bud like Bud, like he was just gonna punch on Bud. He was what I mean by that is Canelo, when he would hit Bud to his hips or like on the shoulder, because I seen him do it a few times. Canelo was like looking for those results that he usually get when he do those things. And I was like, I can't believe he looking at Bud like that. Like he really trying to play Bud. I mean, on the low. He know Bud can fight, but it was like, I'm gonna hit, all right, when I hit you on your hip, you gonna act right. I mean, when I hit you on your shoulders, you gonna act right. And you could tell Canelo's been spoiled over the years. Canelo's gotten better, a lot better. And Canelo is a legend for sure. But you could tell he's imposed his will on a lot of guys and won off of his poker face alone. You know what I mean? Along with the punishing shots.
Although Terence Crawford has openly admitted his dislike for Gervonta Davis, he hasn't completely ruled out a potential fight. Crawford has stated that if Davis is serious, he needs to move up to 147 pounds so the bout can take place on fair terms. For Crawford, accepting such a fight would silence Davis's constant trash talk and give him another chance to prove his dominance against a high-profile opponent. He's made it clear that the decision rests entirely with Davis. If Tank truly believes he can win, he must take the risk inside the ring rather than relying on bold words outside of it. Crawford's position reflects his confidence, welcoming the challenge while knowing the odds would remain firmly in his favor.
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if you want to dare to be great, can't be like all the other fighters that's moving up 2 weight classes, and, daring to be great.
You will fight him.
Man, tell him to come up there.
You got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin, so tell him to come and touch it.
Wow. Man. Gervonta said you got a glass.
He said I got a glass chin. Tell him to come and touch it.
At 147?
At 147. I'll make 147 for him.
Ooh, see, oh, man.
You gonna have a pre-camp.
Then what the people gonna say? Oh, he's beating up on little guys.
DJ Rom, a respected boxing commentator, praised Terence Crawford for his unparalleled versatility and complete mastery inside the ring. He described Crawford as more than just a great fighter, one of the rare athletes who can do everything at the highest level. Rom highlighted Crawford's greatest strength, his ability to adapt to any style. Whether it's a heavy puncher, slick counterpuncher, or relentless pressure fighter. What sets Crawford apart, he said, is the way he blends offense and defense so seamlessly, constantly forcing opponents to second-guess themselves. Rom called Crawford a once-in-a-generation talent whose understanding of distance, timing, and angles elevates him above everyone else in the sport. To Rom, Crawford's fights are not just competitions but works of art, with every adjustment serving as a deliberate brushstroke on a canvas. More than a champion, he sees Crawford as a problem solver, someone who can methodically break down and dismantle any challenge. Rom concluded that Crawford's consistent dominance has convinced him, and many others, that his legacy will remain unmatched for years to come.
Clearly, outboxing, like I said, he would. Bud is special, man. He could adapt. He could make adjustments. There's nothing he can't do. I was a little worried because in the beginning, when the fight was announced, because of Canelo's power, Bud coming up, they're like, oh, he come up 2 weight classes. I considered it, he came up 3. He only had one fight at 154.
Yeah, one fight at 54.
Yeah, right.
So I feel like it's 3 weight classes in 2 fights.
Right.
Yeah.
So with that right there, that was a big thing because Canelo is strong. Canelo does hit hard. He got power, and he's comfortable at 168. You understand what I'm saying? He's more comfortable. I didn't know if the weight was going to do something, but I know there was ways that he could outbox him easily. He did it. Towards the closer to the fight date, I changed my stance on it and leaned more to Bud, which was a good thing because my prediction was right yesterday. On it, and he just outboxed him, outclassed him. He showed people. I think he still followed a bit of the Mayweather blueprint. You know, Canelo has to plant his feet all the time to throw off his power, let off his power shots. He has to just make that quick stop, real quick, like a millisecond. That's all Bud needs to move out the way. Bud sets him up to get a reaction. By the time Canelo goes to throw that punch, Bud slips to the side and catches him that way. It's too late. You know what I mean? For Canelo, his planning of the feet to throw his power punches, if more people figure that out and really take that into consideration in their training camps, I think he would have more losses. But a lot of them fear the power, like a skull.
Even after achieving such a rare and historic feat, analysts noted that many fans and commentators were still hesitant to give Terence Crawford full credit. They suggested that this reluctance stemmed partly from favoritism toward Canelo, who has long been celebrated, particularly in Mexico. At the same time, Crawford, as an African-American fighter, has often faced unfair bias throughout his career. To critics, the reaction to Crawford's victory went beyond boxing. It exposed deeper issues of popularity, race, and perception that continued to shape the sport.